Good afternoon, friends. Thanks for hanging on there with me and for participating and for your great questions. We're going to continue our great momentum today with understanding a tool inside of Canvas called Studio. Studio is a video tool. Yes, you can add videos from YouTube, but you will want to use Studio more or in place of that. Canvas Studio offers ways for you to track student participation, aka you can see if they watched the video and what parts they skipped and what parts they actually watched. You can also add annotations and quiz questions and be able to create assignments where grades from those video questions are reported to the Canvas gradebook. So Studio offers some great options that, simply put, using the YouTube tool does not offer. So let's get right into our topic here today with what is Studio and how do I get into it? So here I am inside of my dashboard. You and students have access to Studio in the global navigation bar, this dark blue bar off to the left. Look for an Octopus computer. Click on the Octopus computer, and this will bring you into your Studio account. I added a lot of math videos here. You may not have anything here. Don't worry. Let's get oriented to the space here first. Over here on the left, you have some tabs that are closed or open. As you add videos, they will appear here in the My Library area. By default, they're added in the most recent video being first. So I added this video most recently. If you prefer, you can reorder your videos in different ways, like alphabetical order. Videos that others have shared with you will appear here in your shared library, and videos that are in use in your courses appear under course collections. So just so you can get a peek as to what to expect. These are videos that are being used inside of this course. This includes, by the way, videos that students submit. So a student submitted this video to me as part of an assignment. And videos that you're trying to hide because you don't want them, they're not useful, can be placed in an archive area so that you can delete them later. So think of this as your trash can. But where your most of your action is going to take place is inside the My Library area. As I've mentioned, students have access to their own Studio account here. So Bruce, the student, does not have the same view. Let me show you. This is Bruce, by the way. You see, he doesn't have direct access to my library videos that I have here. This is his studio space for him to curate and create videos through these buttons here. Okay, so his view is not your view. Now, if you have been poking around, and you might have been, you may realize that there is actually a Studio link inside the course. If you want to see it, click on Settings and click on Navigation. Find Studio in the bottom list. It's somewhere here, and you can drag it to the top like that. So when you save it, a Studio link appears here in the course. I do want to caution you though, this doesn't do what you think it does. It makes it look as if Studio is visible to students from the course, but it actually isn't. I will prove this to you. If I click on View as Student, they do not have the Studio link. So the Studio course space is only for you, the teacher. It is not for the student. This is the place where you can see videos that are in use in the course for your own knowledge. Okay. So that's the function of that course Studio area. So let's head on back into the global studio. Click on that Octopus computer. And let's get into getting some videos in here. And you see very easily that I have been on YouTube very recently, pulling in videos from YouTube. This has the benefit of not only using somebody else's video, but also removing the ads. So if they access the video from your studio account, they will not see the ads that are included. So to add a YouTube video, find a video, which I did. Here's mine. I'm going to go ahead and copy that link. So you feel free to do the same. Find a random YouTube video. You can remove it later. Copy the link. Head back into your global studio and click on the Create button. And in the drop down here, you're going to choose the last option, which is Add Media. Add Media lets you put the external link to the video here. So I just pasted it. And then I click Add Video, and there it is. Brilliant. So it's ready for me to do things with. Now, if you are a Spielberg of exponential functions, I don't know, you might be, where you have created lots of your own videos and you want to put your videos here, you can do that. There is an Add Media option, Browse Files option. So I can click on Browse Files and find my video and then upload it to Studio. So there it is, thinking about it. Now, if you would like to record a video directly from Studio, you can. There is a Studio Capture function. Check your hair, make sure you look good, and choose to start recording. Hi, friends. Here's our first lecture on exponential functions. Of course, yours is going to be longer. Click on Save Media. And your new video will appear here. The same goes for creating your videos in a different option. This is called Screencast-O-Matic, which will require a download. So if you are hesitant about downloads, don't choose this. But if you're okay with downloads, once you have that piece of software downloaded to your computer, you'll enter this program called Screen Capture, and this will let you film what's on your screen. And this is tricky to capture on Zoom. Oh, there it is. I hope you can see a dashed line right here. So once the record button appears here, I can click record. Hi there. Here is a video of me talking about Studio. And then I click on done. And just to show you, edit functions appear here. If you like to edit videos, you can take advantage of the options that are here. They're all here. Let me do that again. They're all here. Or if you're done, just upload it to Studio. Right here. And it will appear here shortly. Now, here's a great segue into the questions that are coming in. I know, and I was about to head here shortly anyway, regarding captioning. Yes, Studio will caption automatically, but you have to tell it to do so. Right here inside the settings, you want to make sure, and they're probably on right now because this can be set for you. Clicking on settings here, make sure that you have these toggled for enable auto captioning. Even assisted caption editing can be turned on here as well as auto publish. You can even set on an email notification. So for videos that you are creating for yourself, yes, it will create those captions. If you are using YouTube videos, and if those are captioned, then yes, the YouTube captions come over. So the answer is shortly yes. And I'll show you. See right here? This is that video I just made. There are the captions. All right, this is a good time for you to get some studio videos into your account. Remember, find the Octopus computer here. So get some videos in there. We have a great question about filtering or blocking flashing lights. I don't know if in fact, I don't think it does. I'm sorry, excuse me. There we go. Um, I don't believe Studio can block flashing lights. At least there's not a setting for that. I would simply make sure that you're choosing videos that do not have that as part of the video. That was probably not a satisfactory answer, though. In short, I think my answer is no to that question. If you would like to make a video out of a PowerPoint lecture with sound recorded, yes, you can. So if you wanted to you could do this either, right? Studio Capture or Screencast-O-Matic. There is a screen capture function right here, so you can turn that on. So I'm going to choose Studio, right? So you can have a particular part of your screen showing. Hi there, here is my lecture about Studio. So there is that video there. I save it. And because I had turned on the captions in the settings, captions will appear here. Yes, you can edit the captions. That's correct. Actually, since we're here, if I wanted to edit the captions for here, for example, if you click on the video, so right here under captions, you see it's got captions already going. If you click on the three dots here, you can edit the captions here. So I can take out the ums or whatever it is you want to add or remove.
Um, can I interrupt with just a quick question?
Mhm.
How I don't understand how the example you just showed tells you how to turn a PowerPoint with embedded audio into a video.
Helen, I think because it's embedded, Lisa, if you save it as a video in PowerPoint, you can
The
just
problem with that
add.
is, what I don't understand is if PowerPoint will automatically caption when you're talking. But if you then convert the file into an MP4, it will not convert the captions with it. So I'm trying to figure out if I can use Studio to do that for me.
Helen, I'm assuming, and you correct me, if you save that as a video and you upload it just using the add media, then it should caption it once it's put up there.
Okay, I'll
Correct.
try it.
Yeah, try it. I would play the MP4 from PowerPoint, see if it captures your voice. If it does, then yes, what Lauren says will work. Yes.
Okay,
Because
thank you.
I think what you're saying is you already created it in PowerPoint and it
Yes,
has the audio on the PowerPoint and it
yes.
plays, you have it where it plays through yeah. So it should work in that way as long as people, and as long as you don't have it where people have to push play
Okay.
along.
Okay. Any questions from our in-person friends? Okay. Accessibility issues such as it is able to get captions for you. You are also able to obtain a transcript. Let me refresh this. Certainly for videos you create or upload to Studio yourself, take this video for an example. In the three dots here, you can obtain the transcript and share the transcript with students. All right. Now, as you can see here, you can see in my library, your studio can get pretty out of hand. You can get lots of videos added here. So we're going to start to talk about managing. Right up here in the corner is a way for you to search for a specific video. Like so. You can also choose to organize your videos in a more explicit way. Um, just a quick skim of my videos here shows I've got a lot of things happening here, but there is a common theme. I have exponents being discussed here, here, and then also I think here and here. What if I made a basket to hold those four videos together? That's called the collection. If you'd like to create a collection, I would go to, and it's pretty subtle, go to my library. You see right here, you have a little plus button. Click on the plus button, and this is where you make the name of the basket. So I'm going to call this exponential functions. It brings you, rather, it brings this to your notice that it's created a new collection called exponential functions. Now, if you go back on YouTube, you can add videos directly to this basket by clicking on Add Videos. If you already have videos out here and it's a matter of putting them into this basket, find the video, like this video, go to the three dots, and in the three dots, choose Move To. And here's where I can place that video inside my new collection. So one video has been moved. When I check that collection, there it is. Let me do that one more time for you. We're going to go back to my library. Here's another exponents video. I click on the three dots for it and I choose Move To. And I'll choose the name of my new basket. And then one more time, right here. And I can access all of my collections within the My Library space because I know the name of my collection. Now here's a couple of other tips here for, efficient use of Studio. You can share videos. Now, yes, you can share videos with students, but I am not suggesting you do that for students because there are easier and better ways to let students see your videos than sharing it with them. I will explain that a bit later. I do recommend you share videos with other instructors. So if I'm teaching this unit along with three other instructors, I can share these videos with them. If I want to share this one video with my friends here, I click on the three dots and I choose Share Media. And here I type in the names of those individuals. And I can even give her certain permissions. View is the minimum, so she can use the video in her courses, or I can even let her have edit access, meaning she could even download the video or copy it if it's a video I created. And feel free to add additional people here. Now, if you are making a video for a different purpose, let's say you're creating a studio video, but you want to share it with folks outside of MTSU. They don't have access to Canvas. So you'll want to do this other method called Create Public Link. copy the link, and you can give them this link and they can play it even from their email if you give them the link. So feel free to share your videos in this way with other instructors. If you have a group, a collection of videos that you want to share, inside the collection, which is where we're at right now, you're going to choose the three dots here. And here's where you can share the entire basket of videos. Add those folks here and give them their appropriate share permissions. So that is sharing videos in different ways. We're also going to take a look at some other interesting things you can do with the videos. I'm going to go back to my library and show you. You can add a thumbnail. By default, Canvas picks a random still from your video to serve as the cover image. But if you don't want this to be the cover image, you can upload a thumbnail image. That's called replace thumbnail. So you'll want to add an image, say this one, a picture. Click on open. Oh, my file's too big. I'm going to pick something else. I'll pick a smaller video maybe. See if it'll take my face. Nope. One more time. Really, my pictures are too big. I should take this one. There we go. So you can have a cover image that maybe matches the content of the video instead of a random still from the video. Finally, for videos that you have created or uploaded because you were the one that made it, you can even edit the video. And I would say in a gentle way, you can do this. Let me go back to my library because I should not be here. Inside the three dots for the video, you have an edit media option right here. And this lets you do simple functions like cut and trim. Cut just means I want you to cut, say, from here. Oh, there we go. I need to stretch this out. So I want to go ahead and cut this part out, the part in red. Then I can click on confirm cut, like so. You can do this even here. Or you can actually trim the video. That means to cut the ends of it. Let me go back here. So you can do some basic editing functions, not much, I admit, but you can do some. And all that is found from inside the edit media area. And then you click on save and save your changes. So again, if you're looking where that was, click on the three dots and you want the edit media option. I don't think this is an option for YouTube. So you click on a YouTube video, see you don't have the edit media option here. All right, so this is a good time for some work time. Feel free to manage your studio collection, add collections. If you've made a video in the past, see if you can edit that from here. And we'll take some time to catch up on some questions. Lauren's correct. 10 gigabyte limit on a single upload. The user limit is dictated by MTSU's contract with Canvas. I'll be honest, I've never known anybody run out of space, ever. You would have had a conversation with someone before you ran out of space in your studio account. And Dr. Haynes, we are getting to later on in this session how to make these videos available to students for assignments. But you're right, we haven't yet made these videos available to students just yet. Any questions from the folks that are in person? Dr. Pruitt, I don't necessarily think anything is wrong per se. Realize a lot of people are accessing Studio right now, right, all at once. So that might be the reason for the lag.
Okay,
Yeah. That's common too, by the way, for the Commons. If a lot of people are in the Commons all at the same time, it can also cause a little bit of delay.
got it.
And Helen, one of the questions from online, or sorry, in person, is how to change the name of the video because it's not always
Hmm.
obvious with the untitled.
You're right. You can go to, so if you click on the card, right, it leads you to a space like this. See if you can change it inside of details. Right here. So here's where I can add the real title. Like that. You're right, it's not obvious. In short, you have to click on it and go to details to edit that. Great question. All right, any last questions hanging out there? All right. Let's take a quick look at, oh,
One more. We do have a question. Go ahead.
yes.
Yeah.
So I have some videos in my files. Could I transfer that to my library, like drag into it?
Is it possible to click and drag videos in their files area into Studio, or do you have to download them or import them?
If you have the file on your desktop, right, or in your computer hard drive somewhere, you should be able to drag and drop it.
It's already in Canvas in either course files or his My Files area. Is there a way to easily
Oh.
transfer?
No, I think you'd have to download it and then drag it into Studio this way.
We're slightly disappointed, but
Oh.
we'll deal.
I did miss your answer to the question about how you get a video like of the lecture that I'm trying to create. How do I get that from the studio over to my module?
We're heading there, I promise.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No. Be sorry. All right. Before we get these videos to work, to be in front of students, I did want you to be aware you can add things to your video. Do you see this gentleman right here talking in front of that whiteboard? You see that there's a rocket ship in the corner of his video, and that's because I added quiz questions to his video. If you'd like to add quiz questions to any video, whether that's YouTube or one that you have, click on the three dots and you'll go to quizzes, and then you'll choose create quiz. I'll do this for this video so you can see what I did. So you'll create a new set of questions. Choose to hide the question markers. I would recommend you do this. Otherwise, students see where the questions are on the timeline. You don't always want them to see that. And you can also allow displaying the other type of interaction, which is annotation, so that they show on the timeline for students. So at the point where you want to add the question, we'll have to pretend, and let's say it's right here. Click on the plus button, and here's where you add the question. You have three options. You can do multiple choice, true, false, or multiple answer. Type in your full content here, and then click save. If the question marker was visible to students, then they would see the number 1 here. Believe me, our students will not be able to do that. And then you'll go on to the next point in the video, click on the plus button, and create your next question. Add other answers here, click on save, and then you'll go on through to the rest of the video to add your questions until you feel you're finished, and then choose done. And then you'll be able to see that rocket ship in the corner for your video with all of your sets of quiz questions here. So you'll be able to have, say, separate groups of questions depending on the different preps that you're teaching that topic in. Another type of item you can add to your videos to show to students is annotations. I'll click on annotate video here to show you. I've already added a couple of annotations. They appear as little speech bubbles. When the student gets to the annotation options, the video will appear like this. So this dark layer appears on top of it, and it prompts them to pause and consider what's on the annotation. So this could be a prompt, like a question, or a reminder, students, you should be taking notes. You can even add a link, so when they click on the link, it goes to an additional resource. So if you would like to add annotations, choose another area where you want the annotation to be, click on plus, and add the content of your annotation. If you want to add a link, you can place the link here. Click save, and that's how your new annotation would appear to students. And you can have annotations and quiz questions showing to students all in the same experience. Now, great questions. Students still haven't seen this, right? So let's talk about how to get these videos to work, because all of this time we've spent so far is in preparing the videos for students. So let's go on inside the course. I'm going to show you here options for having your videos show to students. This particular page here has content, and it does have a studio video. I know it doesn't look like it, but it does. Students can play it by hitting the play button here. The way that I have this set up, and I'll set this up for you again here, is to have this studio video embedded inside a page. So to add this video to a page like this, I'll click on the plug button right here, choose studio. Don't choose YouTube. This time you're choosing studio. And here you'll find that specific video you want to add. I'll pick one of these just so you can see that. You're given a choice as to how you want the video to show to students. What you are seeing right now is the thumbnail view. Okay, that's this view. You can still see the watch data. It's just that it's not obvious to you. So I'll go through that motion here. I'll go ahead and, whoops, wrong place. I'll go ahead and choose Studio. I'll pick that exponential video again. I'll choose thumbnail view. You can choose to lock the speed now so they cannot speed up. Allow transcript download. You can even show a rolling transcript or to have it to start at a time not at 00. Actually, this is not available here. Never mind. Click on embed media here. And there's your video ready to show to students. So it's going to appear to students looking a little bit like this. And by the way, since I had Bruce do all of this work for me, he was busy. This is exactly how Bruce accessed that video. He goes to that module, he clicks on that page, he clicked on the video, and then he goes ahead and watches. We're not going to watch, but you get the idea. The transcript, if it's available, will appear here. And he can watch all the way through. Again, it's locked. He can't move forward because I only have it set to 1 speed. In the meantime, if I want to see if Bruce was watching, I'll click, as a teacher, I'll click on this video. And right here is an option called Insights. Click on Insights, and here's his watch data. He skipped around, by the way. He only watched these points right here. So this means he was skipping here, 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 and here. I can also see the plays. Again, he only really watched these points in the video. And I can even see a completion rate. So in short, he only watched 45% of the video. You'll see that data collected for all students. And you'll also be able to see a graph. You can also download the watch data in spreadsheet form here. So that's one option to embed your videos. You can also go through the same flow to do a different kind of embed. This is a video embedded from Studio, but with the transcript showing in the page, and even options for students to add comments. So if you'd like to add that or this type of embed, click on Edit, find where you want the video to be. I'll put it down here. Click on the plug, choose Studio. You got to find your video, right? And then you're going to choose Collab View if you want students to be able to add comments. There's also a Learn View as well, which has the rolling transcript option, but it does not have the commenting by students turned on. And again, you will be able to get the watch data. So as a teacher, I can see Bruce's comment where he placed it at 14 minutes 26 in. I can see the annotations. That's how they appear.
Excellent. If you notice,
Sorry. And right here, that dot is where Bruce put his comment. And so you'll see this be covered with dots as students add comments. Now you can also add your studio videos inside of modules. And here's an example of one. Actually, I can go ahead and add one here, no matter. I'll click on the plus button right here. Choose in the drop-down, external tool. This is where Studio lives right here. And then I'll move on down in the choices until I find Studio. and then I can find the video that I want to be playing. And I can choose a video like this. I'll choose that Learn view. Choose your options, click Embed Media, and then Add Item. And then your new video appears here at the bottom where you can go ahead and move that to your preferred location. So when it's published, students will click on the link and they'll be able to see the video along with those annotations if you added them, and the rolling transcript, if available, will appear here. And by the way, because we had that question from Karen before, if you want to edit the title of the video, you can do so from Details. Click on the pencil right here, and this is where you can clean up the title. You can even tag this for future facility in searching for the video. All right, this is going to be our next point to do a little bit of work time, and then I will show you studio assignments. Exciting times. So let's take a few minutes to add questions, add annotations, add to a page.
Helen, can you go back through and show one more time how you got to the progress for the video?
The insights, yeah. Let me do a little
Thanks.
bit of first. All right, so let's take, I'm going to take a video I know he's been watching. Let's look at this page. So this has a studio video embedded with the Learn view, the transcript, but no commenting. I know it doesn't look like much, but you can access it. Sometimes you can click on the video.
Hi, welcome.
If it doesn't show up, click on the 3 dots and choose Expand View. And if you do Expand View, there's where Insights lives. Do you see it right there?
Yes, thank you. So it has to be set up for that to actually capture and be available, right?
Yeah, you have to embed it within an item like a page, an announcement, or you can make it be part of a studio assignment, which we're about to head into next.
Okay.
Great question. Any questions from our friends there in person?
Helen, we have a question in the class. The question is that we realize that we can lock things down to where, they can't skip and they can't double speed. But is that an all or nothing? Is there a way that we can allow them to use the double speed, but not allow them to skip?
Oh, that's a good question. But my feeling is, when I was preparing all of this for Bruce, I was Bruce, by the way. I set all of my videos locked at one time. He was still able to, I think he was still able to skip. Let me see. Let's test this here, because this video is set to be 1 speed. Okay, so we'll just see if this will play. Oh. Oh, this is really thinking about it. Let's test another video. Okay, so this is set to be, playback speed is one time it's locked, right? Oh, he is able to skip.
There's no getting around the skip.
So there's no way to get around that skip.
Not at this time. I do know it's on products radar though.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I do too, Lauren. You can always turn off one speed if you want them to be able to speed it up. All right. Let's talk about assignments. Now, I have here two options for assignments. You can set up a regular assignment. By regular, I mean we set it up like we did in the last session with regular instructions, but set it up so that students submit videos from Studio. The lucky thing is you don't have to do anything special. I will show you. This is a problem set video where I want students to explain their work. The setup for this is like any regular assignment. I did nothing special. It's an online submission type. I put a due date. So when students go and access this assignment, they can still access Studio. You see, the student submitted a video. When I click on submit assignment here, students can access Studio from the plug. And when I click on the plug, the student can even make a video from here because they have Studio Capture, Add Media, or Screencast-O-Matic, or they can choose a video they have already pre-created. Then they click on Embed Media, and then they submit an assignment. So imagine you can have students creating videos of themselves in Studio and then using that plug option to submit their video. You could even attach a rubric to the assignment so you can grade that. And it's going to appear like this in short. Here's test student who just submitted that video. So here's the video they submitted here where I can add comments, right? Where I can see the details of the assignment, where I can make use of the grading options to grade the video, including using a rubric to grade. More on SpeedGrader tomorrow. But yes, you can have students submitting videos for you to grade. So that's option one. Option two, which I think what everybody wants, is to have those quiz questions be part of a grade. So here's how you would set that up here. It's called an external tool assignment. Here's the setup of it. Start by creating a regular assignment with directions, settings. But when you get to submission type, you're going to choose external tool. And in external tool, you'll click find and find Studio. So here it is right here. And when you choose that video, it has to have the rocket ship in the corner. That's mandatory. So I have to pick this video here, and then you will choose quiz view. Choose the correct quiz question set, and then click embed media, which is how I set up this assignment for Bruce. So let me show you from Bruce's perspective how this looks, because I know you want to see that. All right, Bruce, let's do your thing. Bruce goes and locates the assignment. Here is that assignment here, polynomial functions. He already did it. but I'm going to have him do it again. He sees the quiz window, so he clicks on retake quiz because he did it already once before. We're going to have him retake. Don't worry, we're not going to go through the whole way. But since I hid the quiz questions, the quiz question will just pop up. And I honestly don't remember where it was. But when the quiz question comes up, it will pause the video and the quiz question will pop up right there and then. The annotations, though, are marked, so I can't escape that. And when the student is finished the quiz, they can't even see their quiz results here. Poor Bruce only got 1 out of 5 points correct. And you can also see the results inside of your end as well. So right here, if you want to see the results for Bruce, I click on View Results. And then here are all of Bruce's results here, so I can click on attempt number 1.
Hey, Helen, we have a question here in the class. If they skip a quiz question, does it default back to the question, or do they lose the opportunity to answer that question?
That's a great question. So I think we're about to run out of time, but let me tell you, because I have seen this and I've done this with students. At the very end of the video, there will be a prompt to the student. It'll say, submit quiz. So it will let them know, like, you skipped a question. They can also choose to go back to the video and rewatch to re-answer the question. So they'll be prompted at the end to go ahead and submit. You could also just put in the answer in the assignment prompt, hey, there are 5 questions. So you should answer all 5 questions.
Hypothetically speaking, say they are skipping around, they miss a question, but they're not sure which one. Will it tell them, like, hey, you missed question 2, or just you missed a question, good luck?
It will tell them you missed a question. I don't think it tells them which question. You could always just choose to reveal the quiz on the timeline, right? Because the numbers will appear to indicate to students where the questions are.
Where's the fun in that?
I know, because then they do this, right? They skip from question 1 to question 2. I know.
Exactly. Okay, well, thank you for the clarification. We were just checking.
Helen, one more is, and I assume it's SpeedGrader, but I just want to make sure if somebody submits an assignment, a video through the assignment tool, a student, then the instructor sees it
In SpeedGrader. Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, you actually saw a little piece of that earlier when I showed you the student submission. Which is right here. So this is how you access the video inside of SpeedGrader. Not for Bruce, but for a test student. Because you can play the video here. All right, friends. Oh, we are way over time. My apologies. So last question here. It's a good question. If you have quiz questions embedded in the video, the quiz is auto-graded and it's viewable inside the gradebook. So I pulled up the gradebook to show you. This is that same quiz that you just saw Bruce taking, except he didn't finish, right? This was his first submission. It's auto-graded with 1 point per question. This question was originally, there were 5 questions in the video, by the way, but the assignment is out of 20. He got 1 out of 5 correct. That's why it says 4 out of 20. So if you want auto grading, then use quiz questions for that. If it's a different kind of question or situation where they're submitting a video for grading, then as we've seen here, you're going to want to go to SpeedGrader to view the video. So in short, Dr. Marquez, yes, all that.